Welcome to PointGuard by SIG Energy. SIG Energy is our parent company. In the US and Canada, we have chosen to build the PointGuard brand. In the rest of the world, we are presenting under the SIG Energy brand. We are selling today into 50 plus countries, and we're proud to call ourselves the fastest growing company in sales revenue in the modern solar industry. We have developed the world's first 5-in-1 home energy management solution. We include an EMS or energy management system, an optional bidirectional DC EV charger, battery packs, a battery PCS or inverter, and a PV inverter, all in one fully integrated package. Let's dive into the PointGuard home solution in a little bit more detail. It is a DC coupled solution, and our PointGuard controller is our hybrid inverter at 240 volt split phase. It will ship as a single SKU with 6 different potential power outputs that can be configured during commissioning. The second module is our PointGuard V2X. This is our bidirectional DC EV charger, which we're launching around the turn of the year. At launch, it will be available in a 12.5 kilowatt version and a 25 kilowatt version. Then we have the PointGuard battery packs. And here we have 2 different power outputs, a 5 kilowatt hour and an 8 kilowatt hour pack. The totally unique feature with PointGuard Home is that you can mix and match the 5 kilowatt and 8 kilowatt packs in a single stack to allow you to design right-sized systems for the homeowner. Our UL certification allows us to build up to 40 kilowatt hours in a single stack. With our current power outputs, that brings you to 37.62 kilowatt hours per stack. We can parallel up to 7 stacks in a single PointGuard load hub. The PointGuard load hub is our backup and load control panel. At the top, you have 5 double pole or 10 single pole controllable breaker slots that are controllable and monitored through relays and CTs independently of each other. Here you have an automatic transfer switch. This is the grid connection, and this is the outbound connection to the main or backup panel. Here we have 2 dedicated breaker positions for 2 PointGuard home stacks. And you can add more PointGuard home stacks in the controllable breaker positions up top. This is our dedicated generator input, and we can control a generator through 2-wire communication. Let me show you some installations. On the left, you see a 13.5 kilowatt hour whole home backup system. We achieve that by mixing a 5 kilowatt hour and an 8 kilowatt hour pack in the same stack. In the middle, we have a 16 kilowatt hour stack with 2 8 kilowatt hour battery packs. The format and the dimensions of this system are exactly the same as the 13.5 kilowatt hour system on the left, just with 2 8s. On the right, we have a 24 kilowatt whole home backup system with 3 8 kilowatt hour battery packs. All 3 systems include a PointGuard load hub for either partial home backup or full home backup with load control. And this is a maximum PointGuard home stack. It is a 37.62 kilowatt hour stack. We achieve this by stacking 4 8 kilowatt hour battery packs plus 1 5 kilowatt hour battery pack. You can clearly see that we have a major footprint advantage against any of our competitors. The main values of PointGuard Home are redefining install speed and simplicity, the highly integrated system with a small footprint, long-term performance, EV-grade safety mechanisms, commissioning under 10 minutes, and future-proofing our system to create secondary sales opportunities for installers. And lastly, a fantastic homeowner experience. Let's take a look at how we're redefining install speed and simplicity. Here you see an exploded view of a PointGuard home stack. We have integrated self-guiding pin terminal connectors that eliminate all field wiring within the stack. All power and data connections are made simply through the act of stacking, one module on top of the next. In addition, PointGuard Home is a true two-person install. Our 8 kilowatt hour battery pack is the heaviest device in the stack at 160 pounds. With the included handles, 2 people can easily lift and install a PointGuard home system. Taking a look at the high degree of integration yielding such a small footprint, you can see very easily how we stack up to the competition. On the left, we have a competitor product, a 30 kilowatt hour battery system only, and you can clearly see how much wall space this solution takes up. On the right, you see a 32 kilowatt hour PointGuard home stack that includes both a PV inverter plus the battery, saving you an incredible amount of wall space and footprint. Let's talk about long-term performance. In traditional designs like the Powerwall 3, you have a lot of battery cells connected in strings, and then those strings connected in series together to form one long string. Series connections have an inherent problem, which is called mismatch. And this defines that the weakest battery cell dictates the performance of the entire pack. At PointGuard, we have chosen a different architecture. We invested in high technology DC to DC conversion stages in every single battery pack, which allows us to connect our battery packs in parallel. We are thereby removing all mismatch between packs. Think of this as a DC optimizer, removing all mismatch between packs. In traditional designs like the Powerwall 3, if you lose one single battery cell, and therefore a battery string, you lose the entire battery. If one string fails, everything goes down. With PointGuard, if you lose a single string, the other battery packs continue to operate and keep the customer happy. Additionally, it is very easy to replace or add packs at any time without penalty to other packs in the system. What that means in real life is this. Today, we're working with 280 amp hour cells. In 2 years, we might be working with 360 amp hour cells. And in 10 years, we might be working with a totally different chemistry, like sodium batteries. But because we're optimizing the DC coming out of each battery pack, if one fails, you can replace it with a new one, and it will fit and work seamlessly with the packs installed on day one. This provides an incredible upsell opportunity for installers to add battery packs throughout the life cycle of the battery system that the homeowner has. And it allows you to easily maintain the system and replace failed packs. PointGuard Energy is totally unique in having integrated EV-grade safety mechanisms into our battery packs. We have 6 major safety mechanisms in each pack, which I will not discuss in detail here. However, I would like to call out one single mechanism, our internal fire extinguisher. This is a heat-activated device that releases a gas that neutralizes hot flammable gases coming from a lithium-ion fire. We are actually extinguishing a lithium fire should a thermal event occur in one of our battery packs. We have achieved less than 10-minute commissioning, and the reasons for that are twofold. Number one is communication speed. Because we have a fully, deeply integrated stack architecture, we are able to use Ethernet speeds for communication, which is much faster than the CAN bus speeds that most of our competitors use. Secondly, our commissioning steps include an auto networking step. You as the installer can scan a single QR code of any module in the system, and the system automatically recognizes every single device in the system for further commissioning steps. We have been able to future-proof our system, creating the opportunity for secondary sales for installers. There are way too many systems out there that are not backwards compatible, and manufacturers like to release a new version of their system every 2 years or so. With PointGuard, you are able to add to your system at any time during its life cycle. You can add a battery to a 13.5 kilowatt hour system and make it a 21 kilowatt hour system. 3 years later, you might come back and add our PointGuard V2X module, which is our bidirectional EV charger. This provides the opportunity for you to be relevant to the homeowner throughout the life cycle of the system and to keep upselling them and making money throughout that time. So what can PointGuard Home do? For example, PointGuard Home can DC couple solar with backup, where the PV panels feed into the controller in native DC. PointGuard Home can also accommodate AC coupled solar. In this case, the PV feeds directly into the load hub or into the main panel, depending on what application you choose. In a backup application, your PV is connected directly into the load hub. And yes, PointGuard Home is able to accommodate both DC coupled PV and AC coupled PV arrays in the same system. This allows you to go back to your PV only customers, add a battery, and upsell and upgrade the PV system to add another array. The existing array would AC couple to the load hub, and the new array can simply be connected to the controller. Lastly, PointGuard Home also supports grid-tied, no backup applications. In this case, the controller connects directly to the main panel to provide arbitrage and time of use functionality. Lastly, we are able to deliver a fantastic homeowner experience by number one, future-proofing and having full functionality. The ability to add more batteries at any time in the future, or the EV DC charger. You can even add more PointGuard Home stacks at any point. The system is natively ready for generator support, and it's ready for VPP programs. In terms of smart home energy management, the customer can experience whole home energy flow visibility. The customer also has access to 5 smart controllable loads and the ability to operate in off-grid mode. In terms of design and footprint, PointGuard Home delivers a very clean, modern, beautiful installation. You as the installer have the ability to install this in very difficult and inaccessible locations. And it has a very high power density to save space. This is not the time to get into all of the details of our V2X charger, the bidirectional DC EV charger. However, I would like to clarify why it is an oversized up to 25 kilowatt charger. When charging from the grid, you can import up to 11.4 kilowatts of AC power, which is converted by our inverter into DC power. You can import up to 11.4 kilowatts because that's the maximum power output of our controller. In addition, whatever the PV can contribute is additive to the charging power. So let's say the PV can contribute 7 kilowatts. Now you're charging your EV at 18.4 kilowatts. And whatever the batteries can contribute is additive as well. Let's say the batteries can contribute 6 kilowatts. Now you're charging your EV at 24.4 kilowatts. Not that this is an application that will be used by homeowners every day, but it will be very helpful in emergencies. And PointGuard is far ahead of the market in this DC EV bidirectional architecture that is fully integrated into our PointGuard home stack. Please visit us at www.pointguardenergy.com and navigate to Installer and then to Become a Partner to request an account setup for further steps. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to working with you.